So let me show y'all where I'm at. Hold on. Y'all see that? All right, so I'm at the Broward County West Regional Court Office. This is where I'm at. You see it. All right. So the reason why I'm at the courthouse, and I really didn't want to come on here and talk about my personal business, but basically, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be selfish because what I'm going through might be able to help somebody else. So I'm standing in front of the courthouse because on May 26th, was it May 26th? Yeah, May 26, 2020, I took my car to Jiffy Lube lot 178 to get an oil change, okay? The only thing I needed for my car was an oil change. Well, I get to Jiffy Lube to get an oil change. Jiffy Lube lot 178. Don't ever take your car there to get any services done. Went to take my car to get an oil change, and they ended up damaging my car. Well, first of all, let me back it up a little bit. When I first moved down here, I purchased a 2006 Toyota Camry, cashed out on the Camry. Bought the car from a mechanic, okay? So I know the car was top notch. Had never been in any wrecks before, according to the Carfax. Never been in any wrecks, had all its original pieces. Car was in top notch condition, even though it was a 2006 Toyota Camry. Cashed out on it. So took my car to Jiffy Lube lot 178 to get an oil change. And basically, when I got there, the supervisor, it was me and my daughter, we went to go get an oil change. The supervisor coerced me into getting into a high interest loan, getting all this unnecessary stuff that I did not need done to my car. I mean, all kind of stuff from fluid exchange, flush. I mean, all kind of stuff to my car. So took it to Jiffy Lube lot 178. Like I said, the only thing I needed was an oil change. All right, the supervisor, he goes on to telling me this near life death story about him and his son. They almost lost their lives because he needed some services done to his car and he didn't get it done. Now, mind you, the only thing I needed was an oil change for my car. Okay, so I let him coerce me. Now, at the time, I'm a single black mother of two. I was a essential worker, door dashing. And so I'm like, okay, he's telling me this life altering experience, this car wreck that he got into, and how I need to get all these additional services done to my car that I didn't even need. And so I had my daughter there. It kind of scared her. It kind of, alarmed me. So I'm like, okay, you know what? F it. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff that he's saying that I need for my car. So I let them talk me into getting into this high interest loan rate to get all these unnecessary services done to my car. So basically, to make a long story short, they end up putting a hole in my radiator, okay? They put a hole in my radiator and they try not to tell me that they did it. They tried to cover it up. The only reason why I knew something was wrong with my car, because the next day when I got in my car to drive it, the air conditioner wasn't working. So I'm like, okay. So I goes back up there. I'm like, hey, my air conditioner's not working. I let y'all, do an oil change, all these additional services to my car, and now my air conditioner's not working. So they put something in my car. I don't know, some type of Freon, something. I don't know. I'm not savvy when it comes to mechanic work. So yeah, like I was saying, car work, services, repairs, that's not my expertise. So I done let these people coerce me into a high interest loan rate. They done messed up my car, put a hole in my radiator. Okay, I've been fighting Jiffy Lube lot 178 for 2 years now, and hopefully I'm leaving the courthouse now And I don't know how many motions I've put in, but hopefully this is my last motion that I've had to put in, because we're about to go to trial. I've never represented myself as my own lawyer before, but that's how disgusted and that's how firm I believe that I know that they damaged my car. Okay? They put a hole in my radiator. So they ended up, once they realized that they might have put a hole in my radiator, then they like, okay, you're going to have to get another loan. So I let them talk me into not one high interest loan, but two. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm knee deep in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need my car. So ended up getting into another high interest loan. And basically, after my radiator went out, my engine ended up going out. So I ended up having to pay to get a new engine put in my car. Okay, because Jiffy Lube Lot 178 damaged my car. And I want justice. I want justice. So I'm getting on here to tell anybody and everybody who might be in the South Florida area, do not go to Jiffy Lube Lot 178, Sunrise, Florida. I'm about to go to jury trial on July the 5th, representing myself. Y'all, this has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But this is how much I want justice for my car. They're trying to say, oh, because my car was a 2006 Toyota Camry and it had elevated miles, that the car was going to probably go out anyway. Wrong. I bought my car from a mechanic, and my car had never been in any wrecks. It had all its original pieces on my car, okay? And all I want is justice. I didn't really want to say nothing. I ain't want to get on here and put my business out on the streets, but your girl's been acting as a lawyer for the last 2 years fighting this situation, and I want justice. Jiffy Lube Lot 178, y'all done with the wrong one.